watching Good Morning Mars.
Space Edition.
Okay? As you can see, we are on our spacecraft, the Warrior.
Warrior. Of course.
And we are traveling, we are on a mission today, and we are taking you all with us.
Well, join us for music and fun and space adventure on this space episode number 7. This is going to be fun. Hold on to your seats.
Hold on.
There may be surprises, you never know.
Hey, let's do a song.
All right.
Okay. She packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hours, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much, I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space on such a timeless flight. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man. Rocket man burns a lot of fuel up there alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man. Rocket man burns a lot of fuel up there alone. Mars ain't the place to raise your kids. Mars? Did you hear that?
Mars.
Yeah? So today we are bringing you the news, and of course it is space oriented, and why not? Why would it not be? So spacey. The first news today is number 1, astronauts may one day spend years inside spaceships, and their interiors may not be anything like you think that they possibly could be. The Starship Enterprise has got to be one of the most beautiful fictional spacecrafts ever created. But imagine beaming aboard and all of the pristine corridors and the groovy minimalist furniture and the view screens and food replicators are gone, and they're not there. And what they are replaced with is a biosphere, tubes, and all sorts of things that are not necessarily pleasing to the eye. So while the Federation may be a few years in the future, the long duration of spaceflight is already a reality. People routinely spend 6 months in space at a time, and next year 2 astronauts are going to be set for a year-long mission to the International Space Station, which is the ISS. When they get there, they will find the interior decor leaves a lot to be desired. So yes, the inside of the ISS is extremely sterile, and living inside of it is like, they have said that it's like living in a plastic box. So how is that going to be that these astronauts are going to live in this atmosphere that is so sterile? Well, it's going to be a biosphere. There's going to be all sorts of water and plants and tubes of algae. And I don't know why. Tubes of algae that are going to be running down the walls. I just don't quite understand how that works. But there are many spacecraft concepts that potential Mars or Moon colonists will need to think about if they are going to survive there. They have to have civilization beyond the generation of what we are looking at right now in the world. They might be doing things that we never thought of, which is actually being creative. Yes, being creative. But the thing about it is that you have to make sure to watch out for falling plants and branches when you're on board, because there could be Klingons.
Neat.
Okay. All right. So next up in the news is Elon Musk sets out SpaceX Starship's ambitious launch timeline. So as Elon Musk, the founder and chief executive of SpaceX, says repeatedly, he created a rocket company because he wanted to colonize Mars. His fervent argument is that humanity must spread to another planet to have long-term survival. The Starship with the Super Heavy booster is essentially a rocket as powerful as the Saturn V, which took NASA's Apollo astronauts to the moon 50 years ago. 50 years ago. Wow. But it is fully reusable. On the spacecraft, the Apollo, everything but a small capsule on top where the astronauts sat was discarded along the way, and even the capsule could not be used again. The SpaceX's prototype resembles something from an old sci-fi movie of the 1950s. Cool. And Musk has the rockets, the Falcon 9 and the Falcon Heavy. The present-day Falcons are too small for sending people to Mars, and the Falcon 9 was initially called the Mars Colonial Transporter. But when the design was repealed, he called it the Interplanetary Transport System. Don't you love that? Interplanetary Transport System. Yeah. It has a capacity of taking 100 people to Mars, which is just awesome. So they have two different sites where they are building spaceships, and one is in Florida and one is in Texas. And they are actually competing against each other to see who can build the most efficient spacecraft. So it is the same company, but they're competing with each other within. So they are saying that SpaceX officials have also talked about how the Starship could shuttle people across the world at speeds much faster than airplanes.
No way.
So a flight from New York to Tokyo could take less than an hour. Wow. Still, the question remains, how many people are willing to pay at a great expense for a faster trip?
Lots.
That,
sure.
You think so?
Yep.
Yeah, millions, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems like it, yeah.
For sure.
All right, our next story is Aurora Station plans to become the first hotel in space. It was intended to set the travel world on fire, the Aurora Station, the world's first in-orbit hotel, housed aboard a structure about the size of a large private jet. Cool. Guests would soar 200 miles above the Earth's surface, enjoying epic views of the planet and the northern and southern lights.
Oh.
A 12-day journey aboard the Aurora station, scheduled to be in orbit by 2022, starts at a cool $9.5 million per person.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just pocket change, right? That's just pocket change. Nevertheless, the company says the waiting list is booked nearly 7 months ahead. So the founder, Frank Bunger, the executive officer of Orion Space, which is the firm that is behind the Aurora station, says that the whole experience is to give people a taste of life that a professional astronaut would experience.
Excellent.
Yeah. He says there's even a holodeck where you can have a virtual experience and you can do anything you want. You can float in space, or you can walk on the moon, or you can just simply play golf. So, right? So the visitors will be napping in sleeping bags attached to the superstructure, and the food will be freeze-dried, and the water will be imported and not done like it is for astronauts, which is they recycle their urine. So they're not going to do that here. They're actually going to...
Oh, good.
They're actually going to bring water on board for these people, which I think that's really cool. I think that's a really good thing to do.
Tip of the hat to them.
Tip of the hat to them. All right. So the journey of when you are on the Aurora, it means that you are subjected to 3 Gs of gravitational force. The long-term exposure to 0 G weakens the bones and changes the structure of the eyeball radically enough to affect sight. So being just 12 days in anti-gravity means guests will not have to worry, although the staff definitely will because they will be on repeat flights. So I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know how that works, but
Very interesting.
yeah. Exactly when the Aurora Space Station will open, however, no one is quite sure. But there are already 10 commercial spaceports that are already taking shape across the United States. So they're getting ready for that. They are totally getting ready for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So our last story of the day is we have a space force in the United States.
Yeah.
Which I was not aware of. I had no idea. So on June 18th, 2018, President Trump directed the Pentagon to begin planning for a space force to be in operation by 2020. The U.S. Space Force would be the first new military service in more than 70 years. It is the 6th independent U.S. military service branch tasked with missions and operations in the rapidly evolving space domain. The launch of the independent U.S. Space Force propels us into a new era dedicated to protecting U.S. national interests and security in space. We need security in space. I didn't know that.
Of course we do.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, it's worse than you think.
It's
I'm
worse
sure.
than you think.
Oh yeah.
It is a service that falls under the Air Force in the same way that the Marine Corps falls under the Department of the Navy. Officials estimated the creation of the new service would cost $2 billion over 5 years and require 15,000 personnel. Wow, need a job? Yeah, they're actually hiring, so look it up. The U.S. Space Force is a military service that organizes, trains, and equips space forces in order to protect U.S. and allied interests in space and to provide space capabilities to the joint force. The Space Force's responsibilities will include developing military space professionals, acquiring military space systems, and maturing the military doctrine for space power. Yes.
America.
America. Yes,
Sorry,
America.
not sorry.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. But, you know, it's really funny, too, just the whole subject of space and aliens. And throughout the years, even just being a little kid and watching my mom get the tabloids and seeing what is on the cover about aliens and all the other nonsense, my mother loved those tabloids.
Oh, yeah.
So here's just a few of the different tabloids that I ran across. Number 1, Obama appoints Martian ambassador.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 2, UFO hits wind turbine. Number 3, Russians shoot down UFO. Number 4, President Clinton rides in a UFO. Number 5,
Sure.
two-headed space alien shot by a farmer. Yeah. And number 6, our last one, is Bigfoot versus aliens. And that the battle is captured on home video. That's it for the news today. Thanks for staying tuned. I think we have another song coming up.
Yeah. Oh.
What? What's going on? What's going on? Oh my goodness.
Who is it? It's engineering.
It's the Klingons. It's the Klingons.
Oskar Warrior.
Hi, Captain.
Evasive maneuvers.
Copy that.
Fire all weapons.
Copy that.
Our engineer team rocks.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirt you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in the most peculiar way. And the stars look very different today. For here am I floating in my tin can, far above the world. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Very nice.
Our showcase artist on this episode of Good Morning Mars is Dr. Sweets, a multi-instrumental musician from Bellingham, Washington. Dr. Sweets' music is vulnerable, yet relatable. His musical influences range from pop, rock, and jazz. Much of what Dr. Sweets writes about relates to his unique experiences with brain injuries. He also writes music about love, loss, hope, and togetherness. The video that you are about to see has a unique and heartwarming message. I know you are going to love it. Please welcome the unforgettable Pacific Northwest artist, Dr. Sweets.
I'm walking around this town thinking I don't belong. Oh, I go everywhere, but the feeling just won't leave me alone. Maybe it's in my head, maybe it's in my heart. I can't escape it, so maybe I won't try so hard. Ooh, pack my bags, put on my shoes. It's time to leave this place and live a life that I choose. I wanna be myself, I wanna feel good in my skin. I wanna do all I can and just be a winner. To myself. I have a lot of friends, yeah it's true, but I feel so alone still. Sometimes it's like a fluctuating tornado I can't control, or at least it seems I can't, but maybe I can. I just gotta love myself enough to do the things that I know I got to do. Ooh, pack my bags, put on my shoes. It's time to leave this place and live a life that I choose. I wanna be myself, I wanna feel good in my skin. I wanna do all I can and just be a winner. To myself. Ooh, a life that I choose. A life that I chose, a life that I chose, yeah. Ooh, a life that I choose, a life that I choose, a life that I choose. Yeah, I pack my bags, I put on my shoes. It's time to leave this place and live a life that I choose. I wanna be myself, I wanna feel good in my skin. I wanna do all I can and just be a winner. To myself. Ba ba da ba da bow, ba ba da ba da bow, ba ba da ba da ba ba bow. Ba ba da ba da bow, ba ba da ba da bow, ba ba da ba da ba ba bow.
Well, thanks for joining us for this episode. We hope it wasn't too spacey for you.
Thank you so much for coming along, and above all, we hope that you are blessed and that you are safe and that you are having a really good week, and we will see you soon.
Yep. Maybe sooner than you think.
Could be.
Better keep an eye.
Bye. You gonna say goodbye?
Bye. I don't care.
Is your hair okay?
I don't know. Thanks for giving more outros
I know, right?
or outtakes.
Right, everything's okay. Everything's all right.
We're good. We're better now.
It's good. Yeah.
We,
The GMM Warrior.
yeah, check it out.
And you are aboard. We're taking you with us.
Yep.
Yeah. Why not?
Yep. No.
No? We're not taking them with us.
Here.
We're orbiting Mars.
I know, but we can't take them with us.
They are virtually coming with us
Oh.
through the screen. No, they're virtually coming with us because we're escaping the planetary forces of the United States of America.
Oh, no, we're not. Escaping the forces of America? Oh, stop.
Oh,
That's not what
That's
we
bad.
are doing.
That's bad.
We are on a top secret mission.
yes.
We can't tell you.
We
what
can't
it
tell
actually
you.
is.
No, we can't tell you. It's light down there right on the material.
Not neat.
Oh,
Good.
right on. Let's just set the studio on fire. Yes.
Oh, I just feel my beard shaking.
Oh.
Whoa.
Neat. Go forward. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Oskar Warrior,
Yes, Captain.
evasive maneuvers and
Aye,
fire
Captain.
all weapons.
Aye, Captain.
That was perfect. Do it one more time. You had it. Do it one more time. Yeah? Is it the Vulcans or the Klingons?